me, and you know it's fuego, dog.
Whether you call them Franks, Glizzies, or Wheatons. Never mind. You already know it's the Chad Duke Show Hot Dog Hootenanny. Let's get rolling.
And he put the camera up! What a dumbass! You stink, Tor! You stink! I can't believe that!
Best night ever.
I was trying to figure out what was happening.
I'll tell you what happened. He told me to fucking play it after the grimy fucking Hoot song, and that wasn't right because there was another song on the end of it. And I asked him, I said, is there another song? And he said, no!
He said, there's 30 more seconds. Are you sure there's not another one?
Do you want me to play this song now?
I guess that was piss poor.
What about the cameras?
Oh, boy. God-damn. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Whether you call them Franks, Glizzies, or Wheatons. Never mind. You already know it's the Chad Duke Show Hot Dog Hootenanny. Let's get rolling.
Oh, yeah. Let's get rolling, for God's sakes. Get it? Because we're rolling hot dogs for the Hot Dog Hootenanny. What a fucking bloodbath. I never thought I'd say this. We missed Jester desperately. Holy shit. It is the Friday night Hootenanny. Thank you so much for joining us live on Facebook. For those of you that are, our numbers down. All right, we're looking forward to it. It is the Fortress of Solid Dudes presented by Monk's Barbecue. Money Monk is here tonight. Hello, Monk. How are you?
Presented by me.
Presented by him. Don't talk no shit because he'll freak out. Yep. Speaking of freaking out, Gigantor is here. The great white bison, or as he is known tonight, Buckles. Buckles is here. This is definitely Buckles, right? At least the last 5 minutes.
This is Buckles. It's Buckles time.
Sure. My favorite part of Buckles is he's playing a very claimable song on Facebook, which is awesome. Ant-Man is here as well. Hello, Ant-Man.
Hey there, guys. Happy to be here.
All
Can't
right,
wait to eat some hot dogs.
Yeah, I know. We got to get there. Dick Smokehand also. It's like spotting a Yeti. You know what I mean?
Every once in a while, I'm here.
Is that a bear? Oh, it's Dick. There he is. Fresh off his performance in Good Time. Hello, Dick. How are you?
I'm doing well.
How you doing, bud? Good to see you as well. We got to give a big, to start the show tonight, we got to give a big verbal nod out to Money Monk.
Thank you.
What an asshole.
That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
And I assume I need to thank Pete as well. You guys, you purchased the hot dog roller, of course, but I assume you guys lugged the whole thing all the way from Lovettsville out to here?
Yeah, it fits in the back of the Bronco like perfectly. I could almost turn that thing into a mobile hot dog machine.
Now, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
But, of course, if Torres said he should do it, Monk would shoot that idea down immediately. What are you, fucking stupid?
He doesn't have the sack for it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, don't worry, Troy, you're going to get your moment. I don't know. Can we get a shot of it on camera just so people? Okay, good. You could see it is fantastic. I gotta say. How do you mind the sticker price of this fucking thing?
I think it was $1,100 out the door.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ.
It has a complete with bun warmer on the bottom,
The buttons
and you could put your chilies and cheeses in there, and it'll keep them warm.
It looks like it should be at highs, and that is that's the best compliment I can possibly give a hot dog roller. It looks like something that Ant-Man would be staggering drunk and on meth into a fucking convenience mart.
He's tried a couple times.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon of just forking over hot dogs. We walked in here, and the whole building smells like hot dog.
Amazing.
And I think the first question we all asked is there anything being cooked that smells better than hot dogs? And I think it's one of those answers where maybe there's shit that's as good, but I don't know if anything's better that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, for me, it's cinnamon buns, chocolate chip cookies, in the baked goods category. Bacon, I think, would be comparable to this.
Bacon is
would really
omnipresent, I would say. But it's very unique, and it's fantastic. I want to get to first of all, everyone. Let's start eating the hot dogs. Let's start right now because we got to clear them off. Now, here's the way we're going to work this out. Tor is going to have an airing of grievances. Orgy is keeping track of hot dog consumption. So I believe right now on the roller, Monk, the average is there's 3 dogs per person.
Yeah, before we're going to have to reload.
Well, I think we should be reloading as we unload.
Yeah.
This is getting disgusting already, the euphemisms.
4 minutes in. We're good.
I want Orgy to keep track of everyone, and then the winner will win a $50 bonus for whoever eats the most hot dogs tonight.
Nice.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
because
like a plan.
keeps kind of like a competition into it, and also gives us a reason to be here other than just to eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
Is Ant-Man the first one to get a hot dog?
I mean, yeah.
I don't stand on ceremony.
I certainly didn't get up. I certainly didn't get up to serve anybody else.
Hail to the Null! By the way, he says Null with an L at the end. Yeah. Hail to the Null!
Me. Also me.
I do have to admit, though, that there's a bunch of cowards in this room. If Ant-Man didn't get him up, they'd all just be sitting there, sitting shiva like they have been the past 30 minutes. It's
You know,
unbelievable.
Kevin Smith, Enoch, and Orgy Beard don't want a hot dog.
I think they want a hot
I
dog.
mean, they were sitting 2 feet from it.
By the way, I have never seen Orgy dressed up more like he's about to molest a kid than he is tonight. I have never. It's the shortest fucking shorts I've ever seen in my life.
They're pretty tight.
Short sleeve button down. By the way, it's 40 degrees outside. I mean, it was warmer than it normally is.
The front of his shorts is 16 inches below the back of his shorts.
It is the first time.
I've never seen anything like that.
Nick, it's the first time I've ever seen the back of the shorts are as pornographic as the front of the shorts. Because, Monk, you know what it is? Usually there's the oyster shell and the nubber, but like now you can see all the way up his butt crack too because the shorts are so tight.
Hey, you can't smuggle anything in those things.
No.
It's
By the way, what a morning show that would be. I'm oyster shell and I'm the nubber. We're doing mornings here on 106.5. Yeah. Unbelievable. All right, the boys are all now getting all the hot dogs. Serve it up. But now, Tor, what do we have as far as toppings back there? Because I saw there was a nice spread.
Yeah, we've got a large assortment of mustards. We've got the Martin's Potato Roll hot dog buns, which is a staple for the hot dog. We have the pickled jalapenos. I
love that.
I believe we have some pepperoncinis as well. And
Love
then
that too.
2 different types of spray cheese, which I believe Ant-Man put on his first hot dog.
I would have to assume that the I'm surprised Ant-Man put a hot dog in between the bun. I mean, I was positive toward to conserve hot dogs. Maybe Ant-Man would just be putting spray cheese on Martin's potato
You might have
roll.
just stuck the end of a hot dog onto the cheese.
Dude, that is the most miserable looking
so
hot dog.
awful.
You
I
fucking.
got a bunch of cheese and mustard on
I'm
Can I
glad you
ask
saw
you,
it. I
what-
couldn't even look at it. It's
What?
so.
If a 4-year-old was sitting there, he would make the same hot dog.
It's also. There's no
Exactly.
chance you like grain mustard.
Oh, I actually do. I like it a lot.
I don't even think that's the mustard. If you're gonna go with the cheese sauce,
Cheese and grain
yeah,
mustard.
I just
Weird.
fucking
we
disgusting.
didn't have any jelly for him to put on there. So
Well,
he had to
I
improvise.
don't want to shit on him
Y'all
too
got any
much.
jelly?
Ant-Man's next hot dog is ketchup and onions.
Well, I mean, I still think that would be more
It
adult.
doesn't make any sense.
Now, in Ant-Man's defense, his order at McDonald's, his standing order is 3 fish fillets and a large strawberry milkshake. So this makes about as much sense as that. Now,
Followed by close talking with Dukes.
yeah, that's true. I get a lot. Hey, Dukes, how does this breath smell? Does it smell good? You think I'm gonna get away from you? Hail to the no!
Wasn't that the trip where?
I gotta say, these warm buns are delicious.
We might need new merch with Ant-Man's new catchphrase.
Until now.
NAWL.
Yeah, man.
So, Ant-Man, what did you go with on the other hot dog? Something you mixed it up?
I only got one. I was just trying to get started. My goal is to eat one every
What
10
a
minutes.
waste of fucking time. One hot dog.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't
mean,
get 2.
I don't know if
Well-
you've had a hot dog before. The way you dressed that.
Who made a worse decision tonight, Joe or Ant-Man, as far as his decision making?
I can't wait to hear.
Oh, we got to get into that. Now, Tor, you got a lot to say, and I want to give you a chance to say it. The boys are trimming the hot dogs right now, which is fantastic. And but can I tell the Joe story from my end, and then we get into everything else?
Yeah, yes, please.
So I opened the shop today, and I was doing some stuff at the house, and I wanted to do the stupid Peloton because I know I was going to be eating all kinds of tube meats tonight, and so I was leaving a little bit later than I wanted, so I was going to get here around 6:30, and my phone goes off as I'm driving in, and it's Ant-Man. He's like, "You ain't gonna believe it!" And as that's going on, the phone rings and it's Tor, and I'm like, okay. Ant-Man can't keep in his pants whatever's going on at the studio.
Yeah.
But he's too excited, Monk, to actually give me the information.
Also, his phone keeps switching from Bluetooth to car to
Dude.
Bluetooth to car.
I thought he was indoor skydiving today when I was talking to him on the phone.
so annoying.
And I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I got all the windows down."
Like,
You
put him
do?
up.
He called me 8 times today, and every time there was like something backing up, or somebody on an intercom, or something
Dude.
crashing down
Unbelievable.
behind him.
I'm like, "Can you fucking put the windows up if you're going to be on the phone, for the love of Jesus Christ?" So I hang up on Ant-Man, which is always the move. And
God damn, I wish I did.
Tor picks up and he goes, boss, you're not going to like it, boss. I'm like, what could possibly, how can we fuck this up? It's hot dogs and
Yeah.
bullshitting.
Yeah. I mean,
It's literally the only 2 things I'm good at, is eating hot dogs and bullshitting. I have no other talents or abilities. Boss, Smoky Mountain Joe's hair. And I'm like, well, I can see why that's troubling, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
that's disappointing.
Why do I need a fucking phone call? He goes, he's wearing a mask.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, a werewolf mask? Like, what type of a mask is he wearing? Vampire? And he goes, no, he's wearing a face mask.
Oh God.
Joe has been sick with, we assume, vid for the past couple of weeks. And then I believe he got bronchitis. He will not admit to the vid, of course, because he doesn't admit to the vid. We don't know why.
That's responsible.
Yeah. It has been 3 weeks since I've seen Joe. Like,
At
this
least.
is the third week. And he still won't come around and won't do nothing. So I guess what happened, the way that it was explained to me, is that Joe came up here, and he still got a little residual cough because of all this stuff that he had happen to him. So he wore a mask because he didn't want to, quote-unquote, freak us all out.
Yeah.
Which would be like, I don't want to set the house on fire, so you just douse the walls in gasoline and throw a match. Like, logically, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, he came off the elevator, and I'm looking at him. I'm just afraid he saw me first. And what freaked me out was the gigantic brand new blue mask. You know, it was like,
So it's a
what?
brand new.
Oh, that thing was
Oh, yeah.
spotless. I mean, he
It was
just
like a
put that thing
hospital
on.
mask.
Yeah.
So he's been walking around without a mask.
No,
for a while.
absolutely.
Oh, you know that's the
Yeah.
case. So Tor calls me and says, how do you want me to handle this? And I said, well, is he still sick? And he said, no. And I said, why is he wearing a mask? And that can't get an answer, because if you're not still sick, why would you be up here wearing a fucking mask? And my question to Tor was, ask him if he thinks he's still sick enough to be wearing a mask, does he think he should be outside of his house? And there was no logical answer for that whatsoever. But I wasn't here. You guys actually, Joe is not here. I guess what happened is Tor went crazy, screamed at him, and then he bolted out of
Like
here.
slunk out the door.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Tor, I don't know if that's the right way to fucking handle it. I understand
You
you're
might
under some
not
pressure.
see him for
here.
another 3 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. We know the guy's sensitive.
Very fragile. Come on, Tor.
What happened? How did this go down?
So everyone's kind of getting ready for the show. They're working with the machinery for the hot dogs.
Okay.
And then I see Joe walk in. I hadn't heard that Joe was coming tonight, so I'm like, okay, there's Joe. And then I notice he's got the massive mask on his face. So I'm like, Joe,
Is it a really massive
it's
mask?
the biggest mask I've ever seen.
You could barely see his eyes. It could cover his whole face if he stretched it
He
out.
looked like fucking Kanye on with Alex Jones.
And he walks in. He's got bags of treats and all that. So very nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
He brought up Girl Scout cookies for everybody.
Okay.
But,
We said no desserts, but
yeah,
okay.
Yep. And then I'm like, Joe, well, what's going on, pal? I thought you were sick. He said, no, I'm not sick. I said, well, then why are you wearing a mask? And he said, oh, I just have a little bit of a cough still. I said, so are you sick? Did you talk to Chad? He's like, yeah, I talked to Chad. Chad asked if I was coming up tonight.
I did ask you.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, did you tell Chad that you're going to be wearing a mask and that you still have a little bit of a cough?
Well, I can answer this question. The answer was no.
Of course it was no.
It's
Clearly
hilarious that you had to spell it out like that for him. That's what you were asking.
And
You know,
I kept on asking just the simple questions. The call that I had with Dukes was the same conversation I had with Joe.
Yeah.
And then every time it was the same answer. And I was just incredibly confused. And then I had just left and then messaged, I'll just watch it from home tonight. It's no big deal. But I'm like, if
Here's can I intervene here?
Please.
Here's what I'll say to Joe. The reason why we didn't hear from Joe for 6 months is the same reason why Joe left tonight. Joe is a great guy, and we all love him. He's maybe the worst communicator that I've ever encountered in my life.
He's
Anyone
really
that's-
bad.
If you've ever shot him a text message, he's rude, he's off-putting. He's not the person he is in real life. But he views the world differently than the rest of us do. It's very much like talking to Ted. Like, he's got a hefty dose of whatever Ted has. So if you say to Joe, if you didn't want to freak everybody out, like the biggest thing you could do, other than walking here nude, which I think we'd all be fine with.
I'd be butt sized.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would be funny.
My semen would be down to the felt. Is you walk around people wearing a big old mask, especially like there's people that are still wearing masks and whatever, but there's nobody around here that's still wearing masks.
No.
So if you were to walk into a room wearing a mask with people that never wear masks, you're saying, I have COVID and that's why I'm wearing the mask. That's all it says.
Yeah.
I tried to get him to take the mask off several times.
And he
I'm
wouldn't
like,
do
Joe,
it?
you don't need, like, if you have a cough every hour or whatever it is, like, we've all had residual coughs. You just got to, like, you're making people uncomfortable with the mask. And then I turned around and I looked at Tor and I turned around and he was gone. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, what
yeah.
the fuck
Well,
happened?
yeah, like,
I don't know what he thought was going to happen.
they also make
He knows this group.
They make there are like cough suppressant medications. I mean, a mask isn't really the best thing for a cough. Like
Kevin
know.
Smith offered him some cough NyQuil or something like that.
That'd be great. Knock his ass out. Then we could ravage that narrow little ass.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we can put hot dogs in all these
trays
trays and
in.
take pictures.
Joe's ass is Joe's ass is so narrow. His hips actually look like an hourglass. Like that is, they go in. That's why it's more difficult to ravage him.
It just seemed like
You still get it done though.
a socially confused move by him, where it's like, okay, he's probably not super sick, but if he came in here without the mask on, I probably wouldn't even question it. Say, hey, Joe,
Yeah.
you're feeling better. But at the same time, if it's been documented this much that you've been down for the count for 2 weeks,
Over 2 weeks.
let's get some clearance.
I want to
Let's
make sure that
everyone's on the same
everybody
page.
needs to understand this. He's been out of communication. This is his third week.
The end of the third
Yes.
week.
This
Yeah.
is his like
Yeah.
return to the.
He's been gone for 2 weekends. He was sick leading up into that. So this is he's been gone that long. So if he comes in wearing a mask after being sick for an inordinate amount of time, generally if people in my life are sick for 3 weeks, they go to the hospital. Like I don't know what Joe just sits in his disgusting
serious.
apartment.
Or the
Yeah.
grave.
Well, he was sick for like 6 weeks last year, or the year
Yeah,
before too.
and sometimes Monk just goes to the hospital and he's feeling fine.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get things checked out.
Yeah, people pay attention to him. They're nice to him. Like it's it's refreshing for him.
He gets
There
to
could be
name
new
his own
medical
fish.
discoveries that could help me out.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to find out that new exciting things about your diabetes that you can tell us on the show. So Joe, and then I get here, and Ant-Man's like, "Oh man, Tor gave it to Joe really good or up there. I don't know if he's ever coming back." And I'm like, "What? Call him right now!" So he gets on the phone. I start screaming at Joe, "Come back up to the fucking studio! What the fuck is wrong with you?" And so now Joe's getting screamed at because he already got screamed at earlier. It sounds like, first of all, Joe is the dumbest guy we know, but
Yeah.
it also sounds like, Tor, that maybe you were getting kind of worked up about a plethora of pinatas, and maybe you lashed out at poor Joe.
There were a plethora of pinatas before this, but the Joe, I was just so confused, and I wasn't like, I could have handled it nicer, I'd say, but throughout the day, it seemed like no matter what tone I was trying to give people, there was not really a reception. So if I took it out on you more than I should have, I do apologize because I don't want to have to do another tailgate for friendship. But just know I wasn't trying to be that.
I don't think we're at tailgate for friendship
No.
territory.
Also, it wasn't
Because he
you.
said
it
he
was
was
Buckles.
coming out on Sunday.
Yeah.
It wasn't Tor. It was Buckles.
Yeah, but Buckles
Yeah.
is the one. Now, Buckles is, may I, Tor?
Yeah.
Is on tilt a little bit here because
Okay.
have you guys ever seen a movie? And I know, Monk, this is going to be a deep cut for you, but it's a movie called Pulp Fiction. Have you ever
Oh,
heard of this
yeah,
movie?
yeah. That has the cheeseburger in it.
It's a deep cut. That's what people call it. They say it has the cheeseburger in it. Yeah. ROH right, the cheeseburger. So the fucking in this movie, there's a scene where Harvey Keitel plays a character called the Wolf, right? And he shows up because this guy's gotten his head blown off, and Sam Jackson and John Travolta, they need to get their car and get out of this suburb and get back to where everything's friendly. So the Wolf shows up, and the Wolf is not there to clean the car, right? The Wolf is there to tell these two guys what they need to do.
Yeah.
And they have some friction there, and there's a scene where John Travolta and Harvey Keitel kind of have a little bit of a dust-up. And it resolves itself, and Harvey Keitel says, "If I'm curt with you, it's because time is of the essence." And I've always carried that with me. If someone's giving me directions, it's like I would rather they tell me exactly what they mean and not sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
I think what happens is that Tor tells people that are coming up here a set of circumstances for a reason, because we have to take out our own trash. People get drunk, they run out of here at the end of the fucking night. We're left with a massive fucking mess. Like, it's happened many times before. So Tor tells people, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, only bring this. And then everyone just crumbles up that information and throws it over their shoulder because they know better.
Yeah.
And I think that for this, it was combined with who doesn't get really excited about hot dogs on a Friday night. So everybody was just fired up and had the best intentions. But it sounds like, Tor, you were kind of dealing with a Herculean crucible of fucking, communication the entire afternoon, trying to wrangle all the bunny rabbits.
Yeah, a lot of rabbits to wrangle, and seemingly even worse, or not worse, but more difficult than the first live event that we did, where
Okay.
it was a lot of pieces moving around, and I understood that's a live event.
Wow.
This is for a hootenanny. This is for us to come up
It
here.
is a hot dog hootenanny.
We got some hot dogs. We got buns. Corey Rita was proactive and took care of like 90% of the ingredients on Tuesday.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, how could this be that confusing? We'll get the hot dogs. Monk's going to drive it in. We'll get it set up, and then we'll all be good.
Can you let him fucking finish?
Yep, go ahead. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
You just couldn't stand.
Hail to the no, I can.
Hey!
Hashtag hail to the no. Let's get the coffee mugs made.
Oh man.
I want those little rubber bracelets. This
Yeah, I
time,
like
too.
that. Slap raps.
Ant-Man Kalachi, hail to the no. No, I'm not fighting cancer. I'm just supporting a boob.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tori, you were saying.
So it seemed like today and yesterday, I'd say, when it started, people stopped remembering what the show is and what being up at the studio is about. There are a few things that we've laid out that say, don't do this, or do this if you're coming up. One of the don't do this, don't come in if you're sick. That was
That's
one.
number one.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Baked goods, unless cleared before in front of me or shooed, don't bring them up.
So you're mad at Alex Horvath.
It's just
You didn't enjoy his.
confusing.
You didn't enjoy his 48-hour pie show.
It's just confusing because
We're all stars now in the pie show.
we've said it before. We were talking about
Pie show. I'm gonna go watch the pie show. Where you going at, man?
I need another hot dog.
Everybody watch him. If he
Yeah.
tries to piss, he takes a bean. He's gonna lie about getting hot dogs to piss. I know it. All right, go ahead, Tor. I'm sorry.
It's just a matter of, and you stated it. If people don't eat the baked goods, they're going to be upset that nobody eats the baked goods.
They're very
That's-
personal.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
I did that with you guys earlier.
You did. Everybody means well. I'd like to start with that. I think everybody that comes up here, they subscribe to the show. They want to share. They want to have a good time, and they want to have fun. But they just don't have the reps that we have doing this. People bake things, and they bring them up, and that becomes a personal item.
Yep.
And then a lot of times what happens is that people are reluctant to try things that people bake. And so at the end of the whole shebang, there's a lot of baked goods in the back, and then people have to take their stuff home.
Your feelings are all hurt.
This
there's
has
a lot
happened
of resentment.
7,000,000 times,
Yeah.
and then they're resentful and they're upset, and there's just no need for it. The problem was I didn't become aware of the pie show until I logged into the chat because I was getting messages about the pie show.
Yeah.
People like, Alex Horvath's making a pie. And I'm like, for what? Like I didn't even figure it out. And then I saw the pie was done, and I'm like, well, I can't tell him to leave his pie at home because when someone bakes something, it then becomes the baby Jesus, and then like. That's why we like to avoid that at all costs,
Yes.
if possible.
And
And
it
desserts, just in general.
And it looked like a fine pie.
It looks like a fine pie.
I'm sure it tastes just fine.
What kind of pie is it?
It's a cinnamon pie. You didn't need to log on to the supporter group today, by the way. I couldn't see anything
I
else.
had a busy day. I was fielding calls from Ant-Man all fucking.
Well,
Well,
that's the worst day ever.
As Ant-Man called the pie earlier in the week, cinnamon.
I think I want some cinnamon pie.
It's a cinnamon pie.
cinnamon pie.
You think I'm going to try that pie? Hell to the no.
Monk, I'm glad you. Monk, I'm glad you brought up the Ant-Man calls because he lost his mind today.
He was.
Oh, my God.
lost.
If he's not on cocaine again, it's a fucking miracle.
Hey, I'm not on cocaine. I'm fucking steamed up for hot dogs. And when Tor says to me today, we've got 32 buns, we're good, I knew he was full of shit because I could at least eat 8 hot dogs tonight.
Everybody.
He called me and yelled at me for it for that entire
But
conversation.
I got the same call from you. I was, dude. I had to hold my phone away from my ear. He's screaming so loud. And all the windows are down on the truck. His seatbelt isn't buckled, so it's dinging in the background.
One of the first voices I hear today is Ant-Man saying, "Hey, I got 72 hot dogs. When can I drop them off?" 72 hot dogs is what you said to me. We don't need 72 hot dogs.
Have you looked
Do
at the
the head
gentleman
count.
in the back?
Anthony,
Everybody but John back there could at least eat 8.
But Ant-Man, other people were bringing hot dogs. Tor was coordinating.
Orgy Beard kept hot dogs at home because everyone was so happy to help. Everyone's very nice in this matter. But you saying I'm going to bring up 72 hot dogs into the fortress, confusing.
Tor, this wouldn't even be like the strength and conditioning coach, like calling plays. It would be like if he kicked the door on the war room and started drafting fucking players. Just started drafting players and saying what we needed.
I mean, when the boss says we need 40 windows for the job, do you order 80?
Well, I wish we
It
would have
happens-
today.
It seems like it happens quite often, actually. That's a
a
bad
few short
example.
today, yeah.
That's a bad example, Monk. At his job, that happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. All right, so you had to deal with that. What else?
Let's see. What do I have?
You have a list?
I got some stuff.
Tor wrote a
written
list of
down.
grievances. What happened? I thought it was going to be a fun night.
It is a fun night. We're gonna have a fun time. And this is not even. It was just making sure everything was right.
Sure.
And normally, and I'll say, if Jimmy's here, Jimmy is good at knowing or good at doing a secondary task that might not be noticed, but it helps.
Also, Jimmy's boots on the ground. He's here several times a week, so he
Yes.
can kind of fill you in on stuff you're missing.
He
out.
knows how it operates. He give me some updates. Like when we brought up the hot dog roller. It was initially set on the table in the back, and I'm like,
Which
well,
is, by the way, the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
it was stupid.
Yeah, real dumb.
But we got it set up here, and that just took some time, but it was fine. It was just like, hey, we got a hot dog roller. When we did the sandwich hootenanny, the meat cutter was
Monk
right
was
there.
right there
It
spraying
was-
turkey all over everybody in the front row.
yeah.
I love
Spraying it all over.
That's
And
still
then-
my favorite moment.
and I got
Monk's
Kevin,
money shotting turkey all over the entire front row.
It was my pinnacle.
Dude, I think
achievement of the
that's
show,
you
yeah.
hoisting the Lombardi Trophy,
Yeah.
brother.
and I'm like, okay. It's like me, Kevin Smith, Orgy Beard, Monk, and Pete up here. And I'm like, hey, guys, should we move it up here? And Kevin Smith's like, why would we do that? Why would we move it up here? People could go down back there, come in, we could see them walking up with the hot dogs.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. Kevin Smith feeling himself lately. Feeling
Oh,
himself. Very confident, very in control. He was firing off topics I should address. He was sitting in fucking Goat's chair being like, I got to do my bit, make me get out of his chair. Fuck him. And I'm like,
Oh, I like that's a good bit.
fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just saying Kevin's got a lot of confidence bubbling up. Not that that's a bad thing.
No, a confident Kevin Smith better because he'll actually talk. He'll talk to you a little bit.
I'd rather he
Yeah.
not.
Aw.
There's a lot of Kevin Smith coming up here 5 o'clock in the afternoon the other day and screaming at me. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm just trying to get ready for the show.
and no, Kevin means well, but
Very much so.
it just seemed like when there was some stuff needed to be done, and I'm like, hey, can we get a couple fellows to do this, or can we do this? It was not met with, yeah, I'll do that. It's like, why would we do that from Kevin Smith? And I'm like,
But Kevin Smith doesn't work for the show.
I understand. I'm relying on the kindness of others, which now I kind of sound like a monster,
A little bit.
and I'll take that. But there's a lot of stuff that we need to do tonight before the show and after the show. So if we need to get it done, it would be nice if we get it
Buckles.
done. I'm not. You know what? I'll buckles.
There's a lot to do after the show.
There's some stuff
an
we have.
enormous
I
amount
gotta
to do.
scoot out of here.
That's
when
another
it's
thing.
done.
No, but that's another thing.
Exactly what happens.
He's kidding, but
We'll
like,
wait for you at Patriots.
it's funny until it's not. Like, we'll lose this space if everyone acted like you two. And he's the premier sponsor, and you're a bag of shit. So like, I just understand I can't count on either one of you. But like, there's an inspector coming up here on Monday, and doing this on a Friday night, we just need to make sure that there's not beer cans and liquor bottles, and we need to make sure all the stuff is cleaned up. And so a lot of people pull an Ant-Man. They scoot as soon as the show's done, which is fine. They're an audience member. But I think Tor's also feeling that pressure as well. Is that fair?
That was some pressure, and then additionally, it's down Jimmy J. So I know I'm running the cameras tonight also.
Doing
So
a fine job.
Thank you. And I messaged Jimmy. I said, hey, Jimmy, so I don't have to call you on Friday, and we could just get it. Could you make me a step-by-step of how to set it up and how we need to do it?
How'd
And
that go?
It went poorly.
Oh, Buckles.
Now, Jimmy put down a lot of words on the paper.
You sure did there, boy.
A lot. He put a lot of effort into it, and I
Billy
appreciate
Ripken. Kyle Bowler. Butter and wooden hammers. Sodium-free Old Bay. Are the things he put down on the fucking...
It was just...
Nominated sugar.
Now, I know Jimmy's got a lot. I'm not even going to qualify it anymore about Jimmy having a lot going on.
Sure.
We know that he does, but it's a step-by-step should be step 1 to step 12, maybe. Not, here's step 1 through 4, and we're going to jump to step 12,
Right.
and then here's what you do between 5 and 9, and then it was discombobulated, so I had to call Jimmy and be like, hey, can we run through the steps again? And while that's happening, we got all the setup here going on. We got people walking in with baked goods.
You're really upset about the bacon.
One person.
It's just
It's really awkward back there. There's just a pie sitting in it. All of us.
Yeah, just one.
It always
person.
is. Every single time. It always is.
it just compounds. And then Orgy Beard showed up at 5:30.
well, he's very eager. tonight.
Everybody was early, which inevitably helped.
Did it help that Orgy Beard was practically nude?
No, it didn't help. And then
Oh.
I had to.
I just looked back and Orgy Beard's going, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he bumped into us in a really awkward way.
Yeah, with a throbbing erection.
Yeah.
If I had 1/10 of the fucking confidence Orgy Beard did, my
imagine?
life would be so much better.
I'm back there trying to clean the hot dog machine. He's just running his boner right in my leg. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's
dude?
trying to clean the hot dog machine too, but that means something different in his fucking dog. Are you all right, Tor?
I'm all good.
What about when you sent the people out to get the blow molds? That worked out well.
No,
right?
it went poorly.
It went great. There was 15 of us for
There's
2
50
blow
people.
molds.
I told him on the phone. I said, "There's 2 fucking blow molds. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I just need somebody to come out and help me."
I should have done better on that. But
If you were a general, all of your troops would be dead in the first hour. You would have lost the Civil War by yourself.
I would say so.
Send them all in. Sir, there's cannons on that L. Fuck it.
He had just thrown Joe out, so we were all like, all right, we got to get out there and
Yeah,
help
yeah.
Duke
I
carry
didn't
these
throw
fucking
Joe
blow
out.
molds.
By the
It
way,
got awkward after that.
3-Name Bandit just said Jester runs the cameras and the show every single night. Maybe Jester can just handle more than Gigantor can. Oh, shit.
Hey, 3D Bandit, find a production piece that Jester put into that fucking machine.
Oh, it's impossible.
Would Jester
No, that's
ever
not
put an intro into this? No, everybody has different strengths, 3-Name Bandit. Keep having fucking social media grievances after you.
Well, he did have a social media.
At one point there, Tor's headphones lifted off his head and then cozily snuggled back
Yeah.
onto his
I don't know how he did
Very
that.
weird.
Yeah.
It was like that catch that Antonio Freeman made when the ball was like rolling all over his fucking. He did what? Tor, I know how to calm you down. You ready?
yeah.
You want to get calmed down?
I would love to call.
Corey Rita just dropped a nuke on the donation stream. We didn't even ask for donations, and he just fucking killed it. So thank you so much to Corey. He was in the building.
And he brought a bunch of the food.
Yeah, I just want him to bring a little bit of levity, and it'll never happen. But I tell you what, this man just fucking.
shit, he smiled.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big.
I call him.
You know, that's that smile from the movie Smile.
It looked like
I
it
know
hurt.
that is, yeah. You just look back there and you can hear his skin peeling and his fucking teeth are cracking. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Don't ever do anything nice for the show. Nothing good ever happens for you. You just get treated terribly.
Can I just say, this jalapeno mustard is really good, but
What kind of
it's
mustard?
pretty hot.
Jalapeno.
Wow.
Jalapeno.
Not one person has ever said jalapeno that way.
I've never figured it out. He's said it forever.
It's pretty hot.
Jalapeno.
Well, he says Halloween too.
Yeah.
Hey man, where were you in your life where you replaced the vowel A with U for every single word?
I got a lot
He
of
got a
hot dog.
mouthful of hot dog.
All right.
Can we get a little Hank Hill hater boy, please, Money Monk, for our good friend Tor?
Hey there, boy.
You know what I'm excited about? Thank you so much to Corey Reed again. This bonged beer is for you, my friend, and thank you for all of the fixins. Really, really great job. My chick is up here tonight, and she has not heard when Four Non-Blondes
Oh, yeah.
is called in.
I
for
hear
a
they're making an
donation.
appearance.
Well, she doesn't like Four Non-Blondes,
Yeah.
but I know she's gonna like Four Non-Monks.
Yeah.
Tor, you okay there? You all right, Tor?
I don't know.
How could you not?
It feels like a Christmas
What?
shotgun.
Did
You
you
look
already
like-
throw up on
you
your
puked
Oh,
shirt?
it
on
does?
yourself.
Do you
Yeah.
need a
Trash
trash
can.
can?
Seriously, don't even fuck around.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up. It's coming up.
Dude, go back there. Don't do it. Don't.
There's a
I'm
big
not-
Yeti
I'm not-
thermos
it was
behind
just
you.
Too much food here.
There's
Don't
so much hot.
fucking.
Yeah.
Is that a bag? Is that a plastic bag right there?
No, that's the packaging for my calendar.
Seriously, bring the, Kevin. Why? You're right about Kevin Smith. I was wrong.
Told you.
And what? How many times do you need to see this man piss all over him? Please bring the can up. Please.
It's that one bag.
What the fuck?
A loose bag. Uh-oh.
Kevin, please hurry. I'm begging
Yes,
you.
Please.
Now he did get up and nobody else did. That
That's
is
true.
the problem too. All right. Put it
But-
right next to him. Right next to him. Tori, what happens where you puke after one beer?
So,
I don't know. I think I'm good, but I know if I stacked another one on top of this
All
one
right,
right
good.
now.
Well, Corey donated twice, so we're just gonna go ahead.
yeah, there we go.
Oh.
Do it.
Well, before you do that,
Okay.
you gonna be okay?
I don't know. We'll see. I
You think
should
it's the
be okay.
nerves? Because your nerves are on
think it's
fire
nerves.
right now.
It could be that, and I try to be as comfortable as I can on the mic, but
It's also Ant-Man's eating next to him.
It is a
that's
lot of
something
lip
to be
smacking,
around.
Yeah, maybe you need a hot dog. You want a hot dog?
not yet.
Are you sure? They're real good.
Yeah.
They do look pretty good. How many is that for you, Amy?
This is my third.
He's eating next to him. I just watched him drop some food on the floor and
Yeah.
kind of just
Come on,
half-ass look
man.
for it, but then he just gave up.
Monk, his lips have not touched in at least 15 minutes.
I gotta say, this is officially a bad idea.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's my fault because it's mine.
Jalapenos all over that control board.
All right, Tark, can I offer you up a distraction?
Sure.
I brought you birthday gifts.
Oh,
Yeah, I brought you birthday gifts.
You didn't need to bring a gift.
I brought them for you a little early because I didn't know if I'd see you because I know sometimes you don't call me back for a while.
That's very kind of you.
Sometimes Ryan Russillo gets really busy.
There's a little tiny thing on the top that I thought Ant-Man stole from me, so that's also an apology to Ant-Man because he did not. I found it. It was upstairs. My wife had hidden it. And I had to go digging through the closet to get it. I bought you that from the Buc-ee's in Nashville.
Oh, I appreciate this.
I might steal it tonight, though. If you're
Well,
not
it's just a little
careful.
guy. It's a wide mouth Bucky. Isn't that great?
nice.
Man, you've asked me for it 100 times.
This guy's fucking adorable.
He's adorable. Not asked. I absolutely accused Anthony of stealing all of them.
You said check your car again. I know you took it.
I said that is an apology, and I have one for you too, by the way. And I have one for Dick. And I have one for everyone.
Well, we're good.
Everybody
fairness
at
to
the
you,
table except me.
I have one for you too. Yes, I bought 12 of them. All right, that is something I just thought you'd like.
Okay.
I ordered that and paid for that with my own money. That's not a regift.
Oh, dude, no, this is too nice.
You don't know what it is.
I know, because I know.
Read
was
the
an
name.
emotional swing.
It's the Colonel E.H. Taylor bourbon barrel aged Bigfoot barley wild.
Oh
lot of
my!
beans.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
Time to reset.
I'm excited.
Wow. That was amazing.
That's how Buckles would say it.
It is a Sierra Nevada E.H. Taylor. What is it? What is the word I'm looking for? Collaboration.
Collaboration.
It's a beer. It's not whiskey. It's a beer.
Oh,
So that's
even
why.
better.
Age it in a H. Taylor barrel.
Yeah, it was expensive, but it wasn't. It's not a bottle of their hooch. So don't get your panties all worked up.
Regardless, you speak very highly of the E.H. Taylor, so I do appreciate this very much. It's very nice, and I think you went above and beyond.
There's a couple little things.
What is this now?
Don't open the big one. Open that last.
Okay.
There's a couple little things in here. And I got you a bag that says "Holy moly, it's your birthday," and it's a donut.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that donut.
And by God, I mean it was upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like I'll put the shit in here.
Oh, yeah.
Right, share everybody with. I figure you could eat those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wild
Eat
Republic,
those.
Snakes Nature Tube Collective. Yes.
It's
I
a
will.
big box of rubber snakes.
I love that.
Oh, what else am I gonna chew
I
on?
they'd
This is
like that.
awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. And they're snakes too, so I figured
You know
you'd
what?
like that.
Your intuition was stellar because
Thank you.
I wasn't going to tell anybody about my birthday.
I
again.
know. His birthday's at the end of the month for anybody that also wants to try to. He gets very weird about his birthday.
Yeah, it is weird. And then,
I pull. Yeah, that's something I just thought you haven't had it yet.
I have not had this.
Yeah, that's brought that back from the beach.
I will have this.
Yeah, which one is it?
This is the pecan kill
Pecan,
devil rum.
Yeah, that one's good. That's my favorite.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you like that.
That was good. Yeah.
From down at the beach
That
where
is good.
we'll never see you again, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
We turn on that thermostat, please,
This
if
is,
anybody is willing.
This is very, very kind.
So like
I don't-
84, 85?
Yeah, the last one is your main gift.
Nice.
If you don't like this, I don't know you very well.
Gotcha. Here. Put it on me. Shoot.
Oh, shit.
Shoot. Come on. Shoot. Shoot.
It's the biggest one
What
they
is it?
had.
Dude. Dude. No,
Thank
you-
God
it a big
Joe's
knife?
Hallmark.
Well, show it. Show it.
It's a
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
big knife. This is.
It's the
You could
biggest
chop
knife
all
they
sorts of
had,
shit
yeah.
with that.
I might have left a tag on it. I'm sorry, but it's got a big scabbard, so you can walk around when you're like, whatever, killing demons or keeping lady guests in your house.
Yeah.
Just walk around with that on your head.
Now I actually have to get you a Christmas and birthday present.
You do not. It's fine.
I do. This is
you
$2.
don't.
You're so bummed out to say it. It's
Now
like,
I
God damn it,
actually
now I
have to.
have
That
to.
was,
now
that
I
was so
have
rude.
to buy you something
Oh
nice.
my god.
That's as thoughtful as anybody's ever been to me. Is what I was saying.
Well, hold on a sec.
Yeah, you
Well, that's
were very
kind. but
thoughtful.
Monk,
Yeah.
Monk has been very thoughtful to you, and you've thrown away his gift.
Yeah.
I gotta say, after
Not
that
use a
comment,
single one. Probably on eBay.
after that comment, I feel real bad for him because
Why?
if that's the most thoughtful gift,
Now,
his
why are you
child-
shitting on my gifts?
No, it was
Yeah,
great gift,
yeah.
but that means his childhood was real bad. They never,
it was-
they never got him a wrestling dummy,
No, it's just-
or they never got him nothing that
You
he
put
really liked.
a modicum of thought into who Tor is as the man. I know he likes to eat rubber snakes.
Oh, he
Yes.
loves them.
I know he likes to stab co-eds, and I know that he's a Yeti.
Well, all their money went to clothing and feeding the poor boy.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't a lot
I
of
didn't
room
think
for
about that.
anything
Yeah,
else.
Yeah.
Oh boy. How are you on puking, by the way? Feeling better?
Feeling a little bit better. Yeah.
Now you're distracted.
It's all over the front of his jacket.
This
He's
is
fine.
man, it's thoughtful because when you get older, people stop caring about your birthday as much for most people. So it's nice to have the care.
I asked you on the show the other day because I know you hide it. He hides his birthday, so I had to get him to say it on the show, and that's the only reason I knew it was this month. Took a lot of prep.
You had another similarity with your former producer.
Oh yeah,
Drab didn't like people knowing about
No,
his
he
birthday.
didn't. Well, I think Drab habitually wants to be 23 years old,
Yeah.
so I think he has a bit of that. I'm going to hide my age. I haven't seen that from Tor yet, but he's also still kind of in the demo Drab wants to be in, so we'll have to see. It's never been hotter than it is right now in
So
this
hot.
place. Like, did the thermostat get kicked down?
I think it did.
All right, very
I think
good.
maybe the hot dog warmer heat is starting
Maybe
to.
she's putting out some
Get-
BTUs.
Well,
get over
I noticed that there's some hot dogs on the back that no one's seen. Did we not even make it through the first?
I think
first
they've
slate?
reloaded.
They're reloaded.
But why are the ones on? Oh, they're just different kinds of hot dogs, I would assume. Okay, excellent. Good job, boys. You're clearing the whole tray. Good job. Monk, do you mind you don't have to chug a beer, but would you mind pounding a beer?
No, I don't mind at all.
Because you're a gentleman and a scholar. Mark Borger, the usual suspects, as we call them. He would be Gabriel Byrne in the usual suspects. Beautiful donation from him, Mark. Thank you so much for that on ChadDukeShow.com. Monk is going to. Can you get the camera on him? He's chugging right now.
Just as long as he's not Gabriel Byrne in Hereditary.
That would be really
rough.
tough. Yeah, I don't want Mark Borger to go out like that. Look at Money Monk. Look at this man.
Wow.
Well
There you go.
done. Thank you so much, bud. Stepping up while all the shit is happening. I will go ahead and take one from Mark Pilot. Thank you so much, Mark. Very, very kind for the donation tonight. Everybody being very, very generous. Of course, don't forget, $50 on the line for whoever eats the most hot dogs. And I might even be willing to put up 20 for the second place winner. 20 whole U.S. dollars. And you get to take you can take a big bag of cans home with you, too. It's going to be fantastic. All right.
You know how many hot dogs you could buy with that?
Oh, shitload. Hell yeah.
Lord. Well, how are we with the airing of grievances? Are you all right now?
Yeah. All,
Get all out of your system?
Much better. And the last thing I had was just Ant-Man desperately trying to touch the cords by the board.
That is, to say it's troubling is not even the... Are you all right?
Yeah. Sorry. I might have...
Do we have a mask
Did he
anywhere?
inhale a hot dog?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
made
got
me
some.
laugh and I started to choke on a hot dog. But I'm all right now.
We have this, what I like to call Sophie's Choice, where on that side of the table, Dick Smokehand and the Kalachi, they sit on that side of the table. And it's right next to the control board and the internet, the modem. Is it still called a modem? What is that called? That's a modem?
Yeah.
And the big rack that we never needed that Oscar jizzed into.
So enormous. Yeah.
It's so enormous. It's all the stuff's over there. And the problem is that Dick and Ant-Man are both disasters.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I think I dropped 5 things at the last show.
We put Dick there during the last show because we said, well, Dick can keep it together. And also the bulk
Yeah.
factor. Dick is at least human-sized.
Wow.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that the way it
Took me a minute.
I'm sorry. I take it back. It's like even if Dick drops his vape, he won't knock us off the air. Dick proceeded to dump a Diet Right into the fucking board.
Dropped his phone, picked it up, dropped it immediately again.
Yeah, that happened.
There's still shake over there from the dime bag that he fucking let fly out of his pocket. There's fucking Excedrin that he thought was Valtrex. There's a whole bunch of a lot of problems. So we flipped him for real for this episode. And Ant-Man immediately dumped his phone on top of the board. And then I looked over there, and he's got a fistful of cords.
It's just, and then you told him to stop stop moving towards it, and then he reached 3 more times.
3 more times he reached over there.
Like, Dukes, what about this?
What about if you say I can't put my hands on these cords? Hell to the no.
This one's glowing
That's what
red.
my 6-year-old does when I tell her not to touch anything.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Right at it.
I would say, except for the addiction and, of course, all the felonies.
And
You
she'll
also
mature-
have a
she'll mature
6-year-old?
beyond that.
Is there
10-year-old. When she was 6 is what I meant to say.
Oh, I was like, oh my
No,
God.
I
is there-
I'm not Jester. I don't
Hey,
have
Jester.
A,
Hey.
Like, good Lord.
Hey,
what the
Jimmy.
fuck? I'm pretty sure she ain't 6.
Yeah, my wife is listening tonight. She's like, oh my God.
That's why you gotta listen to the Hoot. You gotta listen to the Hoot. People admit shit they don't want to admit.
4 years off on your child.
Yeah.
No. What happened over there, Tor, with him?
So Ant-Man got settled down. He said, "I'll be all good over here tonight. Don't worry. I'm used to sitting here. I'm aware of where the cords are and where the mic is." I'm like, "Okay, cool, Anthony." And then, like he does, he was very sneaky with his movements because he had to be sneaky. And I saw him place his phone in the middle of every single cord that helps get actual audio to the listeners.
Everything.
Everything. Like he could have shut off any one of the mics, any of the main lines, and I'm like, Anthony, why would you put your phone there? He said, okay, no worries, I'll take it off there. He puts it 2 inches to the left, still in the cords, and I'm like, Anthony, you can't have your phone in the cords because why could you?
In the cords.
Also, like, fortunately, a cell phone's never done anything with a mixer or caused any issues with sound. Ever,
Constant
right?
disruption.
I mean,
Didn't he used to put his drinks on that board?
Yeah, 100%.
And I said, Anthony, stop touching the cables because every time he reaches for his phone, he's punching the back of the cables.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, you got to stop punching the cables. He's like, okay, I'll move my phone over. Moves it over one more time, and then Shude starts getting involved.
Well, because I saw his hand go, after you told him to stop going over there, I saw his hand go over there 3 more times. And then he started staring lustfully at the cords.
Yeah, and then he just like left his hand by the cord for a while, and I was like, "What is?"
I think it's a combination of things. I think it's the same reason why he's now a Chiefs fan. Like, he has this issue with any type of authority in his life.
Oh, yeah.
So if Tor says, "Hey, man, don't knock us off the air. Don't put your phone there," he's got to test that. And also, there's something inside of Ant-Man where you say, "Hey, that surface is hot." He's gonna put his tongue on it. Like, that's
should have put the most sensitive part of his
Oh,
body.
he was cleaning the hot dog roller while it was hot earlier. He kept,
he's
wanted
just
to
putting
touch
his
the
finger. But it
rollers
was
and-
You wanted us to eat hot dogs with a sticker and fucking
H-U-T.
glue on the thing.
You would have been
And
fine.
I wiped so
Jabba
much
the
black
Hutt.
So what happened
shit
there?
on
Because I came in and Ant-Man said, "You don't even know. The monk wants you dead."
it. Well,
And I said, "What?" He goes, "You don't even know how close you came to being
There
poisoned."
was some adhesive from a sticker that got peeled off that was on one of the rollers, and he spent 35 minutes.
Well,
trying to
that's
clean it
not
off
what
the
I
picture.
was told. He said there was a chemical reaction going on when you guys were trying
as
it
soon
out.
as
Very
you turned
dramatic.
that thing on, it fucking stunk. There was a whole
Yeah?
bunch of dust burning up.
Like
and
anything
Monk
with
goes, "Oh, we're
Teflon that you
good."
cook.
Ant-Man being dramatic, I don't believe you.
Very dramatic.
I was so excited when I heard this. I was like, if we didn't have the hot dog hootenanny, Monk would have killed all his friends and coworkers at his hot dog party for the Super Bowl.
You guys
That-
are the canaries here.
I know. We're the ones that you try us out on. So what was on it? I don't understand. Like, what did you clean off?
Well, at first, not a lot, but then it started running.
But then later, also not
and
a lot.
then the hotter it got, the more shit came off of the rollers, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And so
Really?
Orgy just kept bringing me wet paper towels, and I just kept wiping.
Oh
shit
God!
off.
Do you know where he wet them?
What?
You know
Story
what?
I've ever heard.
Ew!
I agree.
Oh, when we already ate the hot.
I didn't think that far in advance. Now I don't want to win the $50.
Do you know how mad
although I
Orgy
really
was,
need it.
Tora, when Orgy ran out of cum for the paper towels, and he had to, and then he had to switch to piss. Like, he just had to start pissing, and he was probably so mad at that point when that took place. Here you go, Ant-Man.
I don't think he ever runs out.
What?
Disgusting.
Oh.
So awful.
I never run out. My cum's shoot-rific, It's shoot-rific.
Oh man! God damn it!
So Orgy Beard handed you wet paper towels and you wiped them
You
on
just
an
took 'em?
eating surface?
Yeah.
That'd be like going into the fuck house with Monk.
Yeah. I didn't
Fuck
think
cabin.
that far in advance.
Cabin.
Can you imagine if Monk says, "Come to the fuck house," and you just walk in, and then he pins you against the wall? Like, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's your
That-
fault
Yeah, you end up with a 6-year-old.
that you've hidden from all your friends.
Yeah.
Monk, you thought your daughter was 6?
No, I said that's what she did when she was 6.
No, you said that's what my 6-year-old does.
I know what I said.
No, you don't.
Hey, he's the presenting sponsor. You're not allowed to criticize.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
question the
No
sponsor.
more of that.
You remember that shit.
Since I was 2.
This motherfucker called me today.
Yeah,
He's
I've
been
heard about
He's
this.
been working on a
30
a
times.
door quote for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
why
for
would
the front
you?
of Monks.
Why would you even
No,
bother, dude?
that's a bad idea.
Dude,
He measured for it 2 months ago.
Sure. Oh
wanna-
yeah.
I haven't.
You want to know how much that thing was?
How much?
$13,000.
Here's what you do. You tell him, "Thank you. Run a fucking electromagnet over your phone so you lose my number forever." He's been giving me the phone number for a guy that does porches for a full month, and it's my fucking fault because I know how this is gonna go. See that picture back there? He said he was gonna hang that the week we opened the studio. You can't do it. You gotta just go to White Pages and fucking throw a dart.
Yeah.
I forgot about that picture.
Well, I know how he works. 6,500. That was the real quote. He's going to pocket the rest.
No,
I know exactly.
do that
You're only
to
paying
you.
for a $13,000
Is that true?
door.
Dude, you have a residential door in a commercial building.
Yeah.
I put shit on it that I thought you would
shit.
like.
But I gotta-
Jargon.
and I
but I
said,
gotta- I heard
I
jargon.
said to you that we could work it all the way down
Yeah.
to like $6,000 if you wanted
But
to
can
go
you
with
do
a
that?
standard French door.
Can you
Let's
work
just
it.
start there.
I
work
said
it- let's
that,
work it down
but,
and-
but
No,
based
work
off
it
our
down.
first conversation, you wanted a commercial high-end door in there, and that's what
I
I
did not
bought.
say high end.
Hey man, no, the space shuttle wouldn't have a $13,000 door.
mean,
It's
yeah,
fucking
unbelievable.
high.
It's not even the door. If his opening, the
I've
opening.
been to the door of Monks a million
It
times.
opens
I know,
and it
but it's
closes.
not a
It's like
standard.
2 doors that swing. I mean, I don't really understand.
It is it's not a standard size, so it's all custom, which makes it
Well,
way
rip it
more
out.
expensive.
Who cares?
That's
Rip
what
it
I said.
out.
I told him to do that. I said, put a 2x4 on each side, and it'd be half the price, probably.
Wait, you don't source everything for your company, do you?
No.
How much
So
are
when you
they
call a
paying over
customer-
premiums for everything?
Yeah.
Hey, it's going to be 13,000. But if you do XYZ, it'll be maybe half the price.
Okay.
So you're like, well, what's the price?
Yeah, like how many?
Right,
How many of the diamonds do you have to take off the door to get it down to 6,000?
Well, how come you guys? That's another bit. Like, contractors are in such demand now that they can literally tell you, "I'm not going to do that. You have to do it, and then I'll do it." The guy that I came out and I got a quote from to do my porch, he said, "I don't paint," and I said, "Well,
No, we don't do it either.
are they white?" And he goes, "No, I don't paint." I was like, "Well, who's going to paint?" He's like, "You'll have to do it." I'm like, "You want $700 for this, and you're not even going to fucking run some paint over it?"
Do half the job.
Yeah, we don't paint. We don't
I
paint or
would
do anything
never
either.
hire your
Yeah.
company to fucking put a mousetrap into my house.
What would you
I
say-
hear all of the horror stories.
What would you say you do?
Yeah,
Rip
That's what
people
I'd
off.
like to know.
I got
Yeah.
professional Ant-Man.
$13,000 fucking dollars.
Not friend Ant-Man, professional Ant-Man.
Holy
I'm gonna screw
shit.
this
That is not
motherfucker
true.
hard.
13,000. Don't go to Window Nation. That's the bottom line here.
Yeah, they'll fuck you over real
They'll
quick.
fuck you over big time. And Ant-Man leading the charge. Oh, you gonna take that out? Tor's always writing shit down over there. All my funny jokes like slandering local companies.
I didn't think I'd ever miss Jester.
You didn't take out that Catoctin Creek fucking shit I was talking the other day. I noticed that. You saw him leave that in, right?
Hey, speaking of editing, did Ant-Man beat off to his friend's wife?
Oh,
last
God.
night?
Oh,
Boy,
yeah, I
you
forgot
were
about that.
freaking out
Did you
about
get any
that.
messages?
Yeah.
No,
The guy doesn't listen, bro. I'm
yes,
telling
he
you.
does.
So when you wrote down a tiny fake name, what?
Dude,
What was it?
What are you fucking straightening the 6 inches of hair on the top of your head and not the rest of it?
Wait,
Come
what?
on, what are you doing? What are you? Who are
What?
you giving
Whoa,
shit?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's getting
What-
personal now.
What does that mean?
Well,
That
'cause
really
he's
hurt.
Fucking, he's weirding me out. I can't stop looking at his head. It's straight on the top and it's curly everywhere else.
Nobody can see him.
Well,
We're broad.
That had nothing to do with
Yeah.
you jacking off to your friend's wife.
I wasn't.
He was
fucking
real trying to
doing
change
that.
his subject.
All right, Tor, you ready? You're about ready, right? Yeah. Thank God. Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
Can't get a hot dog.
I've never seen anybody not want to drink a Busch Light more than Gigantor
Yeah.
right now.
So weird. Why are all of your friends slowly quitting drinking?
I don't know, but his new nickname is going to be, "Do you want to drink a Busch Light? The Great White Nah, son." Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I always say? Time to that
Oh,
offensive
no.
gift. 10 out of fucking you.
That was dude meat level.
Oh, boy. Oh, what did he say?
I don't
You
even
know it's Manti-Teo, right?
Yeah, that's it.
It's not anti-Teo. He was sitting right next to Anthony when he said it.
Oh,
You're so stupid, Duke. It's anti-Teo.
It got so quiet after he said that.
Because I didn't think
nobody understood. It was-
Honestly, it would be like if you walked in on a friend of yours that like making out with a dude. It's like, not that it's bad, it's just you didn't know that he was into that. When he let me know that he didn't understand the difference in the anti-Teo joke, I just felt differently about him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I see you in a different light.
Are you ready, buddy?
I should be.
All right, now hold on a second. I need you to load
Ready?
this one up because the first time my shirk is hearing this. All right, this is, of course, the Four Non-Blondes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there, boy. Hey there, boy.
A little extra gusto in that one.
Fucking fantastic. How you feeling, big man? Oh, no. Enoch, thank you so much for the donation. Everybody that is donating on ChadJigshow.com, very, very kind. Well, let me know if you got a pop.
Will do.
That's,
I currently don't have to, but if I do, I'll let you know.
You got one more in you?
Not for a little bit. Unfortunately. I
how about now?
no, not currently. I will have another. I just right now it's just sitting.
Is it sitting funny?
Yeah, we're fine.
Sure.
It's sitting funny,
Yeah.
which isn't good for if you're gonna put another funny sitting.
Sure,
one on
sure.
it. Yeah. So maybe I don't know.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I think you do a great job.
Shoot, come on.
I've grown fond of you as well.
You know, Jester has a hernia and it doesn't sit funny for him.
Monk went in a different direction. We're all trying to go for a different bit.
So funny.
Monk's like, you piece of shit. Man, put that on the list of things Jester does better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Chug's beer.
It's a growing list.
Got donations here. People need beers chugged. Remember, Jimmy started his career way after tour
That's
as far
true.
as beer chugging. Whew. I'll say thank you to DJ. Thank you, DJ.
Tor is on the precipice.
Very, very kind. Thank
Why'd
you
you
for
have to say
doing
that?
What?
The intimate thing.
Oh, what I just said to you?
Yeah, why'd you
That's what bothered
see?
him
That's
most.
kind of spooking me out a little
Tor.
right now. Shoot, you look me right in the eyes. That
Tor.
freaks me out, man.
Sean.
Oh, dude, no,
Oh,
no, no,
Sean,
no, no,
Sean.
no, 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 no.
How about college nicknames? Ophi.
Ophi.
No, this one gets him. Sean Kelly.
Dude, come on, man.
Look at me.
Dude.
I love you.
Oh,
No, in the good way.
Yeah.
In a paternal,
Yeah.
draw him into my breast. I want the best for him. I want him to have a nice
A
career.
man should be able to tell another man he loves him. That's fine.
I like it. I
Nothing
tell
wrong
him all
with
the
that.
time. He doesn't want to hear it.
it's never. I love
What's wrong
you.
with that?
I love you, bro. It's never. It's
No,
never.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
know
no,
it's
no,
not.
no, 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 Sean.
Dude,
Sean.
Eye
shoot.
contact that gets you.
Shoot, it's all he puts on. It's a face.
Sean,
Yeah.
Shoot.
I love you.
Come on, man.
I know you've never had a man my age say that he loves you.
Starting to blush.
Can I call you Kelly?
I prefer anything else.
Kelly.
Dude.
Sean, have you had a man of Monk?
Dick, come
Have
on,
you had a
man.
man of Monk and Neil's age? Sing Sorry.
Hey,
Hey, Monk, you're old as fuck. How are you, stupid piece of shit? Ah, we're all assholes here.
yeah, to Neil I am at 65.
Did you read that article in the ARP Weekly this fucking week? Ah, come on,
I still
Monk, you
remember
and
your
me.
face when he said that. You're like, what the?
My favorite part is that Monk is younger than me, and Neil has never said that shit to me, ever, not once. Of course, now he doesn't say anything to anybody unless you're a baby. That's always, is it weird, when dudes are really into babies?
You know, I understand like
Yeah.
the natural aspect of wanting a child, but when you're into babies like that, then you're kind of like, you know, that's not really.
Maybe go out and work with some wood. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe go out and work, wrench on a car.
There's plenty of places to hike.
I don't know if
Like-
woodworking helps.
Like if a guy's like tossing his kid up high in the air, that's fine, you know. But if he's like all
Wait, what?
you know,
I don't know. You're not generally supposed to do that.
When a guy's shaking a dog until it stops barking.
but if you're going to see the baby like every week,
You're going to go see the baby.
then it's a little much, I think.
Okay. What about if you're Ant-Man and Drab has 2 babies, and then he calls me and Dick on conference and starts screaming, the baby's here, the baby's here.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And I didn't even remember Drab was having kids
I
at the
didn't
time. I don't give a fuck about that.
The babies are here. Dick, I gotta go. I got people to call.
Do you remember that, Ant-Man?
Unfortunately, I do. It was a bad time in my life. It was a low point.
It sounded like it was a very exciting time in your life.
It was.
it's a great time.
I really regret it.
Whoa.
Can I say that
Taking it
I think the
seriously.
hot dog eating contest is over?
Why?
Because somebody's at 8 already.
8
my
hot
God,
dogs?
Yeah.
What?
Well, they
Who's
may,
at
they may
8?
slow down, though.
I'll give you one guess. If you take a look around the room.
Is he the size of a house?
Yep. And he's really relaxed right now.
Is he 30 feet tall
That
and
makes
walking back
sense.
to his seat?
Nope, not that guy. But
Okay.
that guy's eaten half of his pie already, so that we thought that somebody else did.
Just halfway to go.
Oh, that's so sad. Who's really relaxed?
No, there's one guy. There's one guy that looks real relaxed.
Oh, it's Enoch.
Yeah.
Enoch has had 8 hot dogs?
That's the word on the street back there.
Oh, well, you go.
That Enoch has had 8.
Now listen
hot
here,
dogs.
Dukes. If you don't keep your ear to the ground, you'll never hear the buffalo coming.
I go, Orgy, how many hot dogs are you at? Because I feel like I've seen him up there a lot.
Sure, sure.
And he goes, I'm at 4. I'm like, oh, I'm in good. I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
at
How
good
many
pace.
jokes are you at stepped on tonight?
Probably 6
At
to
least
8.
6,
Yeah.
I get 6 just on me. I don't know if you guys have tried to crack wise.
God damn it.
I am the joke cracker, by the way. We found that out the other night. Thank you for that nickname, by the way, Sean.
That man's the Ted Williams of stepping on
He
Jim.
really is. He's fucking calling his shot. He's more like Babe Ruth. Hey, how many are you at,
This is my 4th one.
Dick?
2, but I took some scraps of the bread off.
Well, I guess he's out of the eating
that is such
competition.
a
No, I'm going
bad
up next time.
bit.
I
Don't
gotta,
have any more, please.
Well, no, I need to apologize to Ant-Man because it's, there are jalapenos and peppers, but other than that, it's just mustard and
The
cheese.
cheese is really good,
It's
but
a very good combination. It just looks weird.
whatever
It
a
looks
5-year-old would make is what's going to happen. Now, here's what I can call. I will call my shot right now. At the end of the night tour, when we are cleaning up,
Yeah.
do you see that Dunkin' Donuts half dead fucking iced coffee right there? We are going to find that someplace. It will not be in the trash. It will not be taken with him. It will not be dumped out. That will be someplace where it can be knocked over and fuck everything
I
up.
think
Probably about 3 inches to the left or right.
I'm guessing it's going to end up in that board in some way, shape, or form.
See, I think it's gonna end up. Yeah, it'll be.
What's the
somewhere
timestamp
more-
on it, Monk? Probably 6 o'clock this morning.
5:01.
509.
5:09.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's tonight, AM or PM?
that's AM.
So that's
AM?
Mhm.
Oh,
You've had that thing the whole fucking
No,
day?
this is Coke in here now. This is not the coffee.
Oh, so you just buy one drink and go back and refill it all day? I can't shit on you. I do it
sodas
too.
there.
Yeah.
No, I just filled it in the cup. I just use the cup over.
Do they have fountain sodas at Dunkin' Donuts?
I think so.
They do?
At the one at the gas station by his place.
Where's that bell?
I don't believe.
Come on.
If there's one thing I think he knows, it's the layout of where you live.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Ant-Man is your orgy beer to tour, Dick Smoking.
He was the first one to see Dick Smoking tonight also
Dude.
on their private rendezvous.
He was waiting in the bathroom.
I wanted to tell, surprise Ant-Man, because I talked to Dick yesterday, and I was like, why don't you come out for the hoot? He's like, okay. And I want to tell Ant-Man, I'm like, hey, man, I think your buddy's coming up. He goes, oh, I've already spoken to him 10 times. He's down in the bathroom. I'm going to meet him right there. He is so, Dick, he is so far up your ass. I don't know how you walk comfortably around during the day.
Well, I'm never really comfortable in general, so Ant-Man
point.
being back there is just, complication more than anything else. He didn't really know what he's doing anyways, so.
As far as eating your ass? Is that what we're talking about?
No.
How the fuck did we get here?
Just being
that was
behind
real
me.
sexual.
Tor,
Yeah.
you got another one in you?
Yeah.
All right. Kimberly Millio. Very, very important lady.
That's good.
Talking to her, she's a very good egg. She'll be out at Flying Ace Farm next Saturday for our spaghetti dinner. Also, she just recently edited up chapter 15 of my novel. Thank you so much to her.
Hey, man, can you put this on top of the TV for me?
Stop! Don't even joke about it.
It says Joe as the name on it.
Does it really?
It was delivered by DoorDash.
I'm telling you, his name is Joe, which makes no sense at all. You can't tell he's Joe. He came in here wearing a mask.
Actually,
How the hell does it still have ice in it?
I don't know.
put ice in it.
Hey, man, do you have pneumonia?
No, I was